How many shots, each having diameter 3 centimeters, can be made from a cuboidal solid of dimension 9 centimeters, 11 centimeters and 12 centimeters? So here we are dealing with two shapes. One, we are dealing with shots, and shots are spheres. And then here we are dealing with a cuboidal solid. So with a cuboidal solid. So let me draw the figures first. So here I have a cuboidal solid. This is a cube whose length is 9 centimeters, breadth is 11 centimeters, and the height is 12 centimeters. Now this whole cube is melted, and on melting it is now made, it is turned into shots. Shots means they're made into spheres. But the question is, we do not know how many spheres. So we will put, say, n spheres. So here we have these are the spheres, and here is our cuboid. So if this cuboid is now melted and formed into these spheres, so the volume of the cube, the spheres, so we don't know how many spheres, and it is melted here. So what equation will we make? The equation will go as follows. The volume of the cuboid will be equal to volume of not one sphere, volume of n spheres. Now let's put the formulas. We know the volume of a cuboid is length into breadth into height, and that of the sphere is 4 by 3 pi r cube. Now to look for the radius of the cube, if you look up in the sum, here the diameter is given as 3 centimeters. So this diameter of the cube d equal to 3 centimeters. So what would the radius be? Half of the diameter. So the radius would be 3 by 2, 1.5 centimeters. Or you can keep it also 3 by 2. So we now put the values. Our length is 9, breadth is 11, and this is 12, which is now equal to n. We don't know. We need to know the number of shots or spheres. So there, 4 by 3 pi. We could substitute for pi 2. So we take pi as 22 by 7, and your r is here, 3 by 2 the whole cube. Now we need to find n, so we take all the other terms on the other side. So we have now 9 into 11 into 12. When the 4 by 3 comes up on this side, it will be 3 by 4, and the 22 by 7 comes up on this side, will come 7 by 22, and the 3 by 2 will be 2 by 3 the whole cube, which is equal to n. And after you work this out and you cancel and reduce it, your n will be equal to 84. Now for the second sum. Here we have a solid sphere of radius 3 centimeters is melted and cast into small spherical balls, each of diameter 0.6 centimeters. Find the number of balls thus obtained. So we have one solid sphere here, one big solid sphere, and in this solid sphere, the radius of this sphere, the radius here is 3 centimeters. So we have the radius, I'll put it here, equal to 3 centimeters. Now this sphere is melted. It is melted and recast. All the metal is recast into smaller spheres. So we have small 1, 2, we don't know how many again in this case. Okay, we don't know, so we don't know, so we just put here and we say n spheres. It is melted. Now here, however, the diameter has been given. The diameter of this sphere is 0.6 centimeters. So the radius will be 0.6 over 2, and that is 0.3 centimeters. Now since this sphere, this blue sphere, the large sphere, is melted into this many small spheres, we can say volume of this blue sphere will be equal to volumes of these little spheres. Here, volume of the little spheres, all the little spheres, and there are n of them. So let's put the formula. Volume of sphere is 4 by 3 pi r cube, and this is melted, and now here we have n 4 by 3 pi, but note now my r is a small r. It's not the same r. This was the capital R and this was the small r, because the radius are different. If you look carefully, I can cut this out. 4 by 3 I can cut out. So what am I left with? I'm left with r cube equal to n r cube. Let's put the value. We know r is 3 centimeters, so 3 centimeter cube equal to n, and this r here is 0.3 centimeter cube. So your n becomes 3 cube over 0.3 cube. So I'll just do it here now. So we have n equal to 3 into 3 into 3, and here is 0.3 into 0.3 into 0.3. So we need to remove the decimals. So to remove this decimal, I multiply by 10. To remove this decimal, I multiply another 10. To remove this decimal, I multiply another 10 over 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. And when you cut it out, your answer n becomes equal to 1000 spheres or 1000 balls.